Baker. Legislation that brings the crime of assault and battery on a police officer from a misdemeanor to a felony. Alfresco dining comes to Fitchburg, and thousands of ducks stream down the river in a fun family celebration. All this and lots more coming up next on Our City News.
And now, the latest news, sports, and weather with Stephanie Allison and the entire Our City News team.
In our top story, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker has introduced legislation making the penalty for assault and battery tougher on criminals who injure or maim an officer in the line of duty. Our City News reporter Michael Hartwell has the story. Michael?
In State House news, Governor Charlie Baker has submitted a bill that would change seriously assaulting a police officer from a misdemeanor to a felony. This week, we spoke to Fitchburg Police Chief Ernie Martineau about what he thinks of this bill. We're here outside the Fitchburg Police Station to talk about how Governor Charlie Baker has submitted a bill to change serious assault on a police officer to a felony from a misdemeanor. Right now, the maximum sentence is 2.5 years. This would change it to 10. It would also restrict some minimums that judges can put on someone who's convicted. The inspiration, the governor said, was a 2016 killing of Auburn officer Ronald Tarantino at a routine traffic stop. Now, what's the connection between a shooting and assault on police? Well, the suspect in that case had, according to the Boston Globe, assaulted police officers several times and avoided serious jail sentences.
I don't like to comment on current pending legislation. However, in this case, I'm fully supportive of the governor's initiative to make this a felony, assault and battery on a police officer. Far too often we see assaults upon police officers that just get underscored. However, I also caution educating police officers on the proper charging of individuals for assault and battery on a police officer. As we hopefully increase it to a felony stage, we have to make sure that we're charging appropriately. However, though, I strongly support the governor's initiative in this endeavor, and we're hoping for a positive outcome through legislation.
Now, that bill, if passed, would change the maximum sentence from 2.5 years to 10 years if prosecutors can show that the assault either put the police officer's life in danger or seriously maimed them. Now, Governor Charlie Baker submitted this bill a year ago after Auburn police officer Ronald Tarantino was shot and killed during a traffic stop. So what's the connection between assault on a police officer and a fatal shooting? Well, the Boston Globe reports that Tarantino's alleged killer had been arrested multiple times for assaulting police officers and given light sentences, including 1 month before the shooting. This is Michael Hartwell with Our City News.
Thanks, Michael. It's good to know that the governor is looking out for the safety of our police officers here in Massachusetts. The Downtown Pride Business Organization brings area chefs to Main Street for an evening of alfresco dining. The event will include many restaurants from our area serving fresh food on the streets right here in the city. Our City News reporter, Arissa Page, fills us in on all the details. Arissa?
Arissa Page, Our City News. We're here downtown in the new one-lane Main Street. It might be bustling with traffic now, but come July 20th, it will be closed off for alfresco dining. Fitchburg Pride Business Group is going to be sponsoring an event that will bring 8 of Fitchburg's best restaurants here on the streets for a wonderful evening of outdoor dining under the stars. This amazing event is another step towards bringing new life to downtown Fitchburg. This event is from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. July 20th. Tickets are being sold at participating restaurants, and you can find more information at Fitchburg Pride on Facebook. Arissa Page, Our City News, here downtown.
Arissa also got a chance to talk to the president of the Fay Club about their involvement in the alfresco dining.
With me here is Steve Devani, who is not only a business owner in downtown, but also president of the Fay Club, which is participating in the alfresco dining. Tell me more.
It's great that the Fay Club is able to participate in this event. It's a great opportunity to showcase the city and some of the restaurants that are in the city. The Fay Club has been on the street since 1900. Private club, but we're still showcasing the club. We have 400 members, and it's a great opportunity for us to showcase the club to the community.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Arissa Page, Our City News.
Thanks, Arissa. This event is selling out fast. The serious accident last week resulted in the death of a young teenager who was killed in an accident when his bike crashed into the side of a motor vehicle. With the good weather here, motorists and cyclists need to be aware of their surroundings at all times and follow the traffic rules. Michael Hartwell spoke to the experts on how to keep safe when you're out on the street.
We're here in a Fitchburg residential neighborhood, just like the one where, tragically, last week a young man lost his life to a cycling accident. This really brings home the importance of bicycle safety, especially among young people. As we all have heard, we have to follow the rules of the road just like an automobile when we're on a bicycle. Unfortunately, many young people don't have driver's licenses and don't have the background in road safety that most adults have. It was at this very intersection we're at where local man Ryan Richard taped a young man going through a stop sign on his bicycle right in front of his vehicle. I talked to a bicycle safety expert who said the rules of bicycle safety are pretty easy to understand. Cyclists need to obey all the traffic laws, including stopping at stop signs as well as traffic signals and going with the flow of traffic. Cyclists need to be able to see as well as to be seen, so are encouraged to wear reflective clothing as well as helmets. And cyclists should periodically examine their bike to look for wear and tear, such as on the tire and brakes. Back to you, Stephanie.
Thanks, Michael. Concerts on the Common continue and thousands of ducks race down the river. We'll be back with more right after this.
You're watching Our City News on FATV.
To FATV, Fitchburg Access Television. Each week we take pride in providing some of the best public access television programs in New England. From FATV live sporting events, city meetings, and school functions, to weekly shows such as Barbara and You, Inside and Discussing Fitchburg, Sports Weekly, Weekly Wellness, and Our City. Our dedicated staff of industry professionals and hard-working volunteers is here each week working behind the scenes, making it all happen. Besides on air, our programming is also shown live online, where you can see our shows in beautiful high definition. You can also search through our archive of past shows and watch anytime at your leisure. But did you know you can also be part of the action? Become a member of FATV, and you gain access to all the equipment, studio space, and classes that FATV has to offer. You can create your own show, volunteer for exciting live events in our studio, or all around the city in our high-quality mobile broadcast truck. The possibilities are endless. For a small fee, you can become an individual member. Or for a little more, you and a group of friends can become part of a rising trend in the future of television. From sports shows to news shows, civic events, and talk shows, you can be in the driver's seat by directing and even starring in your own production. Also, students are free. FATV staff can assist you by getting your new show up and running with professional industry standard equipment, TV studio time, and private editing suites. All you need are friends to help out, and before you know it, you will be on the air. So if you have a great idea for a TV show and want to share it with the world, stop by 175 Kimball Street, Fitchburg for a free tour of our facility. You can also contact us at 978-343-0834 or email us at info@fatv.org. Fitchburg Access Television, working together for a stronger community.
The economy in the city has been a hot topic at both local and state levels. New housing and road repairs and commercial development are all happening right here in the city. Glenn Fossa got a chance to check out a couple of the new projects and talked with the mayor about how all these improvements are moving the city forward.
Stephanie, our City News travels right over to the City Hall offices again to see our Honorable Mayor Steve DiNatale. Something new and exciting happening in the city once again. Game on the very soccer field that is so much in the news right now. Economic development and moving forward here in the city. Mayor, you got to be very proud of this project. There were some controversies. Obviously, those have been addressed, and it's game on, moving on.
This is first of all, I want to thank FATV for coming back to City Hall again. We're making this a regular event. Whenever there's news to report back to the folks in Fitchburg, they're here to provide that to you, and I'm certainly grateful that we can provide that to the people of the city of Fitchburg. Game on Fitchburg. This is a project that we've been working on probably for 2 years. I'm coming up to the close of my second year as the mayor of Fitchburg, and Steve Marsden, the owner of the property, along with Peter San Germano, who will be the developer for the project as when you see it in its culmination, have been wonderful to work with. We have really put out the red carpet for those folks, for this project. The revenue that this will generate. This is the growth that I continually talk about, the importance of growth in the city of Fitchburg, which will raise everyone's standard. If we can increase that, we're going to make everyone's lives so much better.
City's certainly becoming a destination for a number of different things. We just came off the back of Civic Days, of course, a local event, but then the International Bike Race of Lonjo, of course. So really exciting news, soccer coming to Fitchburg.
You know, we have, when you see, people at home, the viewing audience, when you see what this complex is going to entail, it's pretty awesome stuff. The field house itself is a 115,000 square foot building. There'll be fields inside that building along with a number of amenities, restaurant, fitness center, a walking track that's going to be available to the people of the city of Fitchburg. Schools will benefit from this. The elderly, we've got our seniors that will be able to go down and walk inside during bad weather events that we all know we have every now and then in Fitchburg, Mass. So we're very excited about it. And it's going to reclaim what was simply a sand pit and some trees to tax revenue, and not to mention bringing in all those collateral businesses and interests. So it's good for all.
With the mayor, right here at City Hall offices, I'm Glenn Fossa for Our City News. Right here on Henry Street in Fitchburg, Habitat for Humanity in another great project right behind me here. Habitat has done a number of projects in Fitchburg, and it is added to the redevelopment right here in the city. Economic development is something that's really in the forefront and something that's really happening right now in the Renaissance in Fitchburg. We have seen examples of this not only on Elm Street and Cleghorn, but watch the reduction in crime and society issues that occur when people are massed together in multiple housing projects as opposed to having their own individual residences. There's something special that goes on with that dynamic, and Habitat opens that door for folks that don't normally have those opportunities. Habitat homes not only give an individual an ability to have something they can feel connected to, but it connects to the neighborhood that they live in, adding to the economic development and overall improvement of the city. The city of Fitchburg, Our City News continues. I'm Glenn Fossa.
Thanks, Glenn. Governor Baker was recently in the Fitchburg area and talked about how the economy is growing right here in central Massachusetts.
Well, one of the things we've been doing that I think fits well into this area is investing, again, in a public-private basis with educational institutions, research institutions, the federal government, and employers in the next generation of manufacturing, whether you're talking about advanced manufacturing or biopharmaceutical manufacturing or the next generation of fibers and textiles. Those are all areas that we think our $100 million in investment alongside many hundreds of millions of dollars of other people's money is going to make it possible for us to ensure that we continue to play a lead role in the manufacturing space on a go-forward basis, because that is, in fact, one of the things that Central Mass continues to do very well.
Wednesday was a rainy night, but that didn't stop the fun at Concerts on the Common. The library's auditorium hosted the Southern rock band Way Up South. Kelly Johnson was there taking it all in.
Kelly Johnson with Our City News here at the Fitchburg Public Library, where we are gathered for the weekly Wednesday Concerts on the Common, brought to you by the Fitchburg Recreation Department, who's doing a great job at planning these year after year. More and more people are coming to the Concerts on the Common. The music is great. This week, we are looking forward to Way Up South. Next week, we've got another rock band, and then we've got some blues coming up. The Fitchburg Rec Department really has an eclectic version of music coming to you every Wednesday this summer up at the Upper Common from 6:30 to 8:30. Today's a rain day, so here we are in the Fitchburg Public Library because the show will go on. We hope to see you down at the Upper Common every Wednesday from 6:30 to 8:30 for the Concerts on the Common. With Beth Robbins of the Fitchburg Recreation Department, where she's going to tell us more about the Concerts on the Common and what goes into it and what we can look forward to. How are you, Beth?
I'm fantastic. Of course, it's concert night, so I'm wonderful. How about you, Kelly?
I am great. I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. I'm happy to be with you.
Yes, me too. You follow this band that we're having tonight, so that's very cool. So what would you like to know?
So here we are a Wednesday. It's 6:30 p.m. on the Upper Common. Rain dates, it's in the library. Yeah. So what's coming up and who puts this together?
So this is one of my babies. I like to say that it's part of my job at the rec department to help put the concerts on the Common together. And we were done kind of early this year, which is not usually the case because, as we all know, creative genius happens kind of spontaneously sometimes, but what I like to try to do is like bring a little bit of everything in, like the diversity, because Fitchburg is such a diverse, city in and of itself. So we've got like some Latinos, some blues, some show bands, and we like to do a little bit of everything. And I enjoy. It's so fun, that part of my particular, role, because I got a lot of different roles, like Nate LaRose also does. But this happens to be one thing I get to have fun with, so I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
So what can we look forward to? It's every Wednesday. Who are we looking forward to next?
Well, we're looking forward to most of our community coming out and shaking their boaties, but other than that, we do have the Roadhouse Strangers coming up. They do some hard rock, but they also do, they're like kind of like a really gritty band, and the guy has a voice almost like he has like one of those deep, soulful voices. Roadhouse Strangers is coming up next, but then we have August 1st, which is really confusing because it's not being played on August 1st. So what do we have? So I believe that they're July 29th, if I'm not mistaken. And they're more like a Grateful Dead tribute. They got a lot of banjos going on. So the other thing I like to do is bring a lot of like brass and a lot of different kinds of music, like kinds of instruments. Just so kind of, people get kind of like a flavor of all of it and what Fitchburg's about. And I was saying on WPKZ earlier, Travis and Sherman, those guys. They're great. But one of the things I realized myself is how I choose the bands and the common denominator is they all have a wicked lot of heart. You know what I mean? They're all very soulful and passionate about what they do, and they have original songs, and they're just like, you know, it's the heart that brings it all together. So there's 9 concerts, and that's really the common denominator. But everything else is so diverse. You know, we have diverse people coming to join us, and, you know, we always love to see as many people as possible come out because it's a free concert. You know, it's a free community concert. You get to see people you haven't seen in a while. You get to meet new friends. Kids get up and dance, and they have fun. So it's just a blast. Yeah, it's just fun.
Well, I was at the first concert on the Common last week, and I mean, we had 100, 120 people there, I would imagine.
Well, I have it on good authority by one of our regulars. We had 170 people, although I don't know how 170 people fit on the Common, but everyone did agree that it was the most we've ever had.
It was wonderful. Yeah. Tonight is a great turnout, even though it is a rain out. Here we are again at the library, so it's great to see the auditorium in use. And I will look forward to seeing you next Wednesday and the Wednesday after that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for your time. I will excuse you, and we'll go dance a little bit.
Always a pleasure, Kelly. I'll dance with you later.
Excellent. Right. I'm Kelly Johnson with Our City News.
I'm Stephanie Allison, and we'll be right back. This week on FATV, Tuesday at 7 p.m., Barbara and you live discussing clergy abuse and survival. Wednesday, 7 p.m., discussing Fitchburg Now on the opioid crisis. Sunday, 11:30 a.m., Flap TV. And on our government channel, Tuesday at 7 p.m., City Council meeting live. Fitchburg Department of Public Works will be conducting some testing of the sanitary sewer lines in parts of the city. Our City's Arissa Page talked to the mayor.
Hi, Arissa Page here with Our City News. I'm joined here with Honorable Mayor Steve Dinatelli, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on here in Fitchburg.
Arissa, this is a sort of a public service announcement for the folks at home, and we're happy to report that FATV has a significant viewing audience at home, and we're proud of that. They do great work. There's going to be smoke testing happening in the city of Fitchburg, which is going to begin July 17th. I think that's Monday, and it's going to go through till August. Not sure when it's going to complete, but it's smoke testing to identify defects in sanitary lines in your home or in the area. It will be the South Street and Winoostock Road area. It's not something that people should be concerned about. It's to ensure that the system is working properly. It's non-toxic, it's non-staining, and odorless. It won't be harmful to anyone, plants, humans, animals. So don't be concerned. But again, it's a measure that we take on a regular basis to make sure that your systems are working properly and as they should.
Thank you very much. Arissa Page, Our City News.
Thanks, Arissa. A huge crowd gathered last week at Riverfront Park for the duck races. Our City News was there for all the action.
I have now the fortitude
I'm a winner in the duck race. Well, kind of a dubious win. I mean, it was the last duck. I'm the last place finisher, apparently. So, but what a nice prize. I got a couple of tickets to the New England Aquarium in Boston. That's fun. That's going to be great. It was a great day. One of my first times going in the river. And, you know, the water was terrific. It really was. And once again, God has shined down on us. He's, you know, he or she, whatever the case may be, gave us beautiful weather once again. We're batting 1,000 on the weather, you know, with the block party, the parade, even the Nashua Rivers Brewers Fest, and then today. It couldn't be better. Cloudless sky, a lot of people out here enjoying downtown Fitchburg and our beautiful river. Great family event, you bet.
The Christian Embassy Center presents Spaghetti Night, an event to raise money to meet the needs of the poor, the needy, and the homeless. Located at Beacon of Hope Ministry, 59 Walnut Street in Fitchburg. Thursday, July 27th at 6 p.m. Thank you for watching Our City News. If you have a story you'd like to share, email us at ourcitynewsfitchburg@gmail.com. We leave you this week with footage from the duck races. I'm Stephanie Allison, and have a wonderful day.